Hey guys, today I am going to show you how to set up Git for the very first time. All right, so what we'll do, let's say that we have a folder. Let me go ahead and go to Documents, Web Bootcamp. Anyways, we have a folder, we have code in it, and we want to send it to GitHub. First thing that we need to do, we need to go to github.com and create an account or log in. I'll leave it up to you guys to create an account. All right. Next, we want to find out where our code is located. So I'm going to open up VS Code. All right, and I'm going to open the folder that I have. It's called Sandbox. I'm sorry. What was it called? Sandbox? Sandbox curriculums. What dev we can. Yep, we'll go Sandbox. Fine. All right. And what we'll do, we'll just go ahead and make a file called index.html. And I'm going to get rid of these other ones. And I'll just come in here and say, here is some code. All right. Now, what I want to do is I want to send this to GitHub. So I'm going to right click and say rebuild in Finder. All right. Finder comes up. There it is, Sandbox. We want to get to the folder. So we'll go to Users, Mr. Bracken, Sandbox. All right. All right. Next thing you know, we want to do is we want to open our terminal. Go up here. Terminal. Clear this, and we'll say change directory, and we want to change the directory to Sandbox. So let me drag it over there. All right, let me hit enter. All right, so before we go ahead and initialize our Git project, let's go ahead and configure Git really quick. All right, so let's Google SSH key Mac. All right, it says open terminal and do SSH-keygen. So we'll do that. We'll hit enter. Enter the file, it says. Enter. Yes. Enter. 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 We're just trying to get through it, okay? So basically what this is doing is creating, it's called an SSH key. You don't really have to know about that, but just know that it's using an algorithm for security. So what we'll do is, it says it's been saved here. So we want to go right here to our SSH folder. So I'll say code, and you could do open or vim or what have you. just where you open that up. I'll code that. And we want to go to this file, id_rsa.pub. Copy it. And let's go back to GitHub. In GitHub, we'll go to settings. And settings are where? Right there. All right. And then we'll come over to SSH and GPG keys. All right. And we'll say new SSH key. And we'll drop that in there. And I'll call this Tony's Mac. It's air, so Tony's Mac air, okay? And we'll add that. Key is already in use. Okay, so it looks like I already added it. The reason that we do this is because when we're sending code back and forth to GitHub, it wants to know that it's you. So we're just confirming, yes, this is us coming from this computer. We've already sent it to GitHub. We configured it to let them know it's us, okay? All right. So then what we'll do is we'll come back here and then we'll go to repository, your repositories. And we want to create a new repository. All right, and let's close this. This is called Sandbox HTML. So let's go ahead and name it what we need to. We'll call it Sandbox. All right, it's available. And we'll just say, I'm showing how to set up Git for my students. We'll leave the rest as it is and click Create Repository. All right. So what we want to do, we want to create a new repository on the command line. So this wants us to create a README. We're not going to do that. We're going to just go straight to Git and init. So we make sure that we're still in our sandbox folder. There it is. And we'll say Git and init. All right, it's been created. Instead of git add readme, I'm going to say git add all files in this folder. So that's git add with a dot. Or since we just have index.html, I'll say index.html. Okay, we'll add it. And then we'll just copy this, git commit -m, first commit, git branch -m, main, git remote add origin, blah, blah, blah. There you go. Git push -u origin main. So you don't have to memorize those. You just have to copy and paste them. And let's see what we got. All right. Permission denied to Mr. Brackens. Could not read from remote depository. Please make sure you have the right access. Okay. I thought I just set that up. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so on this particular repository, this isn't my regular everyday one. It should work for you guys up until this point, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite a collaborator, which is my own self, right? So let's go to collaborators and add people. And I'm going to add myself, Mr. Brackens, as a collaborator. Has been added a collaborator on the repository. And let's see if it'll let me now. All right, maybe I need to accept it. So let's go to my email. All right, it says I have been added. So let me go ahead and view the invitation. Sign out. Sign in. All right. Okay, use passkey, fine. All right, view invitation, accept invitation. All right, you now have push access. So let's try it one more time. And let's make sure that this works. All right, there it is. So it went. Had a little bit of a permissions issue, but you guys should not run into that. All right, so now we're on GitHub here, and there is our code. So one other thing I want to show you guys is what's called issues. And the reason why I want to show you issues is because in this class, when you're looking at someone's code, because we will be doing a peer review of code, you'll want to come and create an issue and give some feedback. So after you look at their code, you create an issue here and you say whatever you saw wrong. Say, didn't use H1 correctly. And you say, hello, fellow student. I noticed you didn't use the right tag. Something like that, and we'll hit create so they can see feedback. So this is also how I'll be providing you feedback on your code. And if we come back to the code here, I want to show you just a little shortcut. So we can come here to the line of code that we want. Let's just say here is some code and click it, and you see the little drop down here. We can say reference this in a new issue. So it'll take whoever's repository it is, and it will show them the exact line, and we'll say maybe you should lowercase the word here, right? Let's go ahead and click create. All right, so when another student comes in, he'll take a look and he'll like, oh, okay, I've got some issues here. It should actually be two, don't know why it's just showing one. But yeah, see some issues and they'll be able to address it. And they'll say, hello, I've addressed this, thanks. They can leave that comment and they can close the issue if they want. Okay, but I just wanted to show you how to install GitHub, or Git, should I say. Now, one thing I do want to say is that you may have to, it may tell you to enter in, your first name, your last name, in your email, because as you can see, it knows who I am here. It knows that I'm Tony Brackens already. Okay, so it may ask you to put in your name first. And that's it for now.